can't believe it's been 10 years since I first started watching Attack on Titan. And that journey just came to a satisfying conclusion. And you might not believe me, but I was actually able to avoid any spoilers of the ending because, to be honest, I gave up on this series. When we started getting into the final season and the final part one and final part twos and final part threes, I had just about had it. And I was like, okay, I'll see it if it ever happens. Even though the ending might not be perfect, I mean, rarely are things perfect. Having said that, animation wise, drawing wise, artworks, it's really top notch. And everything story wise is explained and in detail. My peeve would be maybe a little bit too much in detail. It does skip from one explanation to another to another. There could have been maybe a smoother transition through the explanations of the ending, but it's still all there and it's done in a reasonable way. Now, I don't want to give out too many spoilers here, I do apologize, but this journey does involve a hero falling from grace. Our hero did have a chance to live a peaceful life, but in the powers that were granted to him, he could see the past, future, everything all at once. And if he was not going to become the villain, somebody else would. And if that somebody else was going to have this power, his friends might not survive, or not all of his friends would survive. And he took the burden upon himself to become the villain that the show needed him to become. In my eyes, this show ends up being a masterpiece of a storytelling event. And I do mean masterful event storytelling. It's one of the best stories and shows that I've ever seen. Seeing this young kid be given absolute powers and just being himself. And throughout the journey of the show, he never changes really. He is always true to himself. And he starts off his journey with an ideal, and obviously, across the entire decade of this show, the outcome changes, but his willingness to change the destiny, he could go about it so many ways, and still he remains to his core truthful and addresses every problem from his point of view. And his journey, I mean, is elevated, but there's also this massive downfall, and he has to live with the consequences. I won't give out the ending, but there's only one way this show could have ended. It might not be pleasing to everybody. Maybe people wanted something to end on a happy ending. It does for most part, but not for everybody. And permit me to be sidetracked here for a moment. In one way, the show addresses the denial of love. If one of the characters, Mikasa, would have admitted her love for Eren, things could have been different. If Eren would have admitted his love for Mikasa, things could have been different. And I just like the way how the entire show shows the feelings of both of these characters and the reason why they never admit to one another their true feelings. They know it's there, but it is never spoken up until the very, very end. I just remember this animated series with these massive giants that were skinless. They just creep me out, and from that moment on, anything that puts that kind of impression on me and piques my interest to watch the next episode. And from that moment on, the action was so out there. It was phenomenal. It was so well done. I mean, it's a bittersweet ending, but I'm happy to have gone through this journey. Anyways, that's my opinion. Let me know yours in the comments down below, and I'll see you in the next video.